Hi, I'm Malcolm.
Hello, everybody. My name is Harris Pick.
Yeah, my name is Miles. I go as Miles from home.
I'm Justine Tyrell, R&B artist.
And you're listening to Background Noise, the coolest Canadian music podcast.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Background Noise today. I'm your host, Tora, and as always, I am super stoked for today's episode. We're going to be chatting with this just like really cool, chill indie pop musician out of Vancouver. Her name is Lila Gray, and I always like to get the show started. I'll just let you tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey with music, and kind of your little shtick.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so stoked to be talking to you. Yeah, I started music like quite young. I started playing cello when I was like 3, if you can call it playing the cello when you're 3, I guess. So it's always been in my life, and then kind of picked up like guitar and songwriting along the way. But yeah, I make alternative indie pop. Some like kind of key, I guess, references would be Billie Eilish, Lorde, Sarah Kinsley, Arlo Parks, those kind of vibes. So if you like those artists, you'll probably like my stuff. I lean towards like synthy pop, but then I also do some more like guitar ballad stuff as well. And yeah, I have a record that just came out, so life is good.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to chat about that record. We're going to be listening to a ton of tunes off of it. Why don't you just tell me a little bit about that record to start off?
It kind of came together a lot faster than I was expecting. I think I like stepped away from my previous album, which is called Wild Tension, and kind of was like, okay, I'm going to take a while to create this next record. And then writing just kind of happened. It was all flowing really well. And I moved back to Vancouver from Montreal, and like the creative juices were flowing and things ended up moving a lot quicker than expected. I wasn't planning on releasing an album till like next fall. And then I was kind of in the midst of tracking and mixing, and I was like, I could definitely put this out this fall. And I didn't really want to hold it back if it felt like the right time to release it, because I'm a big fan of releasing music when it feels like it's still relevant to you. So yeah, I do feel like this is kind of the body of work that I'm the most proud of. It's the first record that I've engineered completely by myself, so that's super exciting. Yeah, I'm pumped on the final product. I collaborated with so many cool people on it, and I couldn't be more proud of it.
Amazing. And for the listeners as well, so the album is called Scared of the Dark, You Should Be Too. It is a total vibe. I'm obsessed with it. We'll talk about some of the singles that you released in 2024 just to start off. Tell Me I'm Pretty. Why don't you tell me a bit about that song?
Yeah, for sure. That one is actually the one off the record. There's kind of 2 that have been in the works for a while, but that one took quite a few years to write, actually, which is kind of out of character for me. I kind of wrote the hook like several years ago, and then I wrote some of the verses while I was in Montreal, and then I only wrote the bridge like when I came back to Vancouver. I think it was like June or something of this year. Not that I moved back to Vancouver then, but when the bridge came to be at that time. Yeah, I think I tried to force it for a while. I tried to like make it into something else. I had the hook and I really knew that I liked the hook, but I didn't know what to do with it. And I kept kind of shoving it in these songs that just, it didn't quite click. So I took my time with it. I'm stoked with where it ended up, but definitely it took a minute to get into the right zone with it. Yeah, I think I had to live a bit more life before I learned where that song was going to take me. But yeah, it's kind of just like, it's about my relationship with like queerness and discovering what it's like to like have feelings for women and what the kind of nuances of those relationships can be. And it seems to be resonating well with people. I've had a few really touching conversations with folks about that song. So yeah, I'm really happy with the response it's received.
That's awesome. I really love that about music sometimes, is like you'll just like put a song out and you're like, oh, I really like it, it's cool, but then you don't always necessarily realize right away the impact that it's going to have on the listeners. I know there's this one musician, her name is Q Varro. I'm still obsessed with her album Cowboy Witchcraft. And I even like reached out to her and I was like, this album is so good. And she's like, I'm so glad. And exactly, we just had a really like deep conversation about what it was and the songs. And it was really cool. So that's awesome that you're able to make the connections with your listeners with your songs like that.
Yeah, it's like not something that you're thinking about when you're writing, I don't think. It's like writing can be such an insular process, and I definitely wrote that one by myself, and like I was definitely just thinking about me, not in a narcissistic way, but just like in a melodramatic way. And then, you know, hearing that people connect with it is like, it's so rewarding. And yeah, it's really an unmatched feeling. So
amazing. We're going to listen to that song in just a couple minutes here, but before we do, you mentioned that on this album you got to do a ton of collaboration, which is really cool. And one of the songs that you collaborated with, I think you said an American artist, Tis Mon Home. What did you tell me about that song?
It's the first song that I've ever written or released in my second language, which is French. My grandma's French, so I'm ready for her to slander my pronunciation, but that's fine. And yeah, I listen to a lot of French pop and music in different languages, and I always think it's really cool when there's a blend of languages on a song. So I knew that I wanted to have at least one other language on the track, and I kind of been following and I've been a fan of this artist, Michael Isaac, who's based out of LA, but now he's moved to New York. We followed each other on social media, and I just kind of on a whim reached out to him to see if he'd be interested in collaborating or listening to the song. And he was down. So he sings in English on the song. Yeah, I don't know. He really brought such a fun energy to it. And we still haven't met in person. We're trying to make that happen. Yeah, it's I don't know, it was such a cool process to create something with someone in a completely different country that you hadn't connected with in person before. So the internet, that was a win from the internet. It was such a fun collaboration, and I don't know, I love writing with other people and creating something that you just wouldn't make otherwise if you were by yourself. And that was kind of the MO when I was making this record. I wrote a lot of the songs by myself, but I knew that I wanted the tracking process to be a lot more collaborative. So I had some talented people in the studio with me for sure.
That's awesome. We're going to spin both those songs now. And then when we come back, I want to talk about another song. It's a little bit older, but you did some collaboration with it, and there's a really cool music video. So we'll talk about that when we come back.
I should have listened when they told us all in school that the boys love the girls. Well, I looked at you. So why don't you tell me I'm pretty like we're just friends? The way other girls give out casual compliments. And why don't you kiss me and we can play pretend? Like you won't break my heart in the morning and call me your friend. You swear nothing happened, but I know the truth. You told all your friends about the things that we do. And did I really look like I could hurt you? Or did they lie about the color blue? So why don't you tell me I'm pretty like we're just friends? The way other girls give out casual compliments. And why don't you kiss me and we can play pretend? Like you won't break my heart in the morning and call me your friend. We can pretend that this is some twisted form of fucked up friendship. Something made up just for them. A watered down something, I'll be complacent. You keep me waiting, let's pretend. So why don't you tell me I'm pretty like we're just friends? Tell me the way other girls give out casual compliments. Tell me. So why don't you kiss me and we can play pretend? Tell me, like you won't break my heart in the morning when you call me your friend. Je te pose, une question. Si tu m'aimes, tu dois me répondre. La pause entre des jours de nous, ce sont les purgatoires. corps a besoin de ta peau. C'est une partie de moi et de toi. Même ce n'est pas un outil. Je dois avoir toi 6 fois each week. Even if you want me for me, well then we could make believe. Je te pose et je te pose et je te pose une question. Si tu m'aimes, si tu m'aimes, si tu m'aimes, tu dois me répondre. Laissez-moi avec tes mensonges et blessez-moi avec tes blagues. Tes mots, n'oubliez pas les doigts du mec qui sortent avec moi, avec moi.
Let me ask you, let me ask you, let me ask a question. If you love me, if you love me, if you love me, I need an answer. If I'm someone you really wanna know that bad, why don't you come on over, baby, and we can find out, find out.
Je te pose et je te pose et je te pose une question. Si tu m'aimes, si tu m'aimes, si tu m'aimes, tu dois me répondre. Laissez-moi avec tes mensonges et blessez-moi avec tes blagues. Tes mots, n'oubliez pas les doigts de mec qui sortent avec moi.
Background Noise is brought to you by Easy Noise, Alberta's newest booking service for independent musicians and venues. Check them out on Instagram at EZNOIZE. Get connected and make some noise. Now back to the show.
We are back. Thank you so much for tuning into Background Noise today. We're chatting with Lila Gray, just a really cool, chill, alternative indie pop musician. Like, this is the kind of music that I can like just put on in the background and just live my life to. The best way to put it. It's so chill. I absolutely love it. We just listened to a couple songs off of Lila's latest album, Scared of the Dark You Should Be Too. But I want to take it back just a little bit to your 2023 single Oceans that you did with Aza Nabucco. Did I get that right?
Got the last name right. It's Aza. She's a forgiving queen. I don't think she's gonna have an issue with it. Yeah. God, I love that song. Not to, hype ourselves up too much, but yeah. And we're actually playing it on tour for the first time ever this fall. Woo. It was of deep demand from various people that we bring this song to the stage, and I've been too scared to, because I think the recording is so fire and I was scared to not be able to do it justice on stage, but I'm stoked with the way it's sounding. So yeah, that was one of my like older collaborations, and we actually wrote that song over the pandemic, and then it, took a few years to get it on its feet. But yeah, that is like probably in my top 3 songs that I've ever made, that song. So shout out to Aza.
I love that. And it is such a varied, like it is such a full piece. Like it is an absolutely beautiful song. And I thought your music video was really cool as well. And one thing that I really like that you did, because I'm a bit of like a production nerd. Obviously, I produce a podcast. I do photography. I do like my favorite things in documentaries, actually like the behind the scenes, how it gets done. And you have that for quite a few of your music videos, which I thought was super neat. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we made the music video for Oceans in April of 2023. It was like the weekend that my album came out, actually. And Aza works in film, so she was able to connect us with this awesome crew. And they actually they're just now my like production team. They do all my videos. So it was like really a meet cute moment. But we shot it in the ocean in April, and it was not warm. And it did start a trend. Like now I have 2 music videos, and when this comes out, this interview will be 3 music videos that all do take place with me running into water when it is not the time to be running into water. I don't know what it is. We just end up shooting in the off season for some reason. Yeah, it was such a fun shoot. It was like disgusting outside. It was pouring rain and so cold. We shot on a soundstage in the morning and it was like nice and toasty and warm. And I don't think it was raining at that point. And then it was like, okay, like crew moved to the beach, and then it just was like a complete downpour. But we still had a lot of fun. And I think that shows through in the video and in the behind the scenes. I am like a really big music video nerd, clearly. I love everyone else, like love watching a music video, not my own. Like I love watching other people's music videos because you get to create this little world for your song. And I love watching the behind the scenes too. Like whenever artists do that, I'm watching the music video and then I'm watching how it got made because I love to see how those things get brought to life and how those worlds are created. Yeah, and we just always have a really fun time on set. So I thought it would be like fun to document, you know, the goofiness that happens behind the scenes as well.
No, I love that because I did exactly what she said. I watched the music video. I saw there was a behind the scenes and I was like, hell yeah. So then I immediately watched the behind the scenes to see how it's all done because that's really cool. And you guys can totally tell that you are having a ton of fun, which I think is super important when you're doing things like that. We are going to play that song right away here. And then when we come back, you actually sent me a handful of songs from some other artists that were just such a vibe. So I'm really excited to listen to them and chat about them when we come back.
You brought me up from the deep. I held my forehead to your feet. Felt like I could breathe, but I was so weak and nothing was true. I still see you in my sleep, and I can't help but wonder what it means. But I'm treading the water, so somebody's daughter. I'm still me. Let the waves take me ashore. I know you don't love me. Maybe the sea breeze will teach me how to swim. And I'll sing my own life. You let me drown, but I'll be alright. And I'll I'm caught dissolving, trapped in the net. I wish I could get you out of my head, but you're the star that I follow to get to the shallows. Let's get back home. Let the waves take me ashore. I know you don't love me anymore. Maybe the sea breeze will teach me how to swim. And I'll save my own life. You let me drown, but I'll be alright. And now I'll keep sailing the seven seas, learning to love, learning to be. I'll keep sailing the seven seas. I'm finally free. So I'll keep sailing the seven seas, learning to love, learning to be. I'll keep sailing the seven seas. I'm finally free. I'll keep sailing the seven seas, learning to love, learning to be. I'll keep sailing the seven seas. I'm finally free. I'm finally free. So I'll keep sailing the seven seas, learning to love, learning to be. I'll keep sailing the seven seas, I'm finally free.
Background Noise is brought to you by Easy Noise, Alberta's newest booking service for independent musicians and venues. Check them out on Instagram at EZNOIZE. Get connected and make some noise. Now back to the show.
We are back. Thank you so much for tuning into Background Noise today. We're chatting with Lila Gray, a really chill indie pop musician from Vancouver. She does a lot of collaboration. She's got a ton of friends. I'm going to assume so. And you sent me a handful of songs for some other amazing artists. And one of them, you said that you produced or mixed yourself. Chicago by Grace Clark. Why don't you tell me a bit about that song?
Yeah, so I am Grace's producer and engineer, and I'm so lucky to work with her. She's so talented. She's a friend of mine. She's in Montreal now, but she's from Yellowknife originally. Yeah, we started working together a couple years ago now, and this is the first of a batch of songs that we worked on that came out. We really fine-tuned it and couldn't be more proud of the way that it came out. It's such a beautiful song. And I think there's something to be said about kind of lyrics standing for themselves. And Grace is such a masterful lyricist that I wanted to make the track to feel like it supported her lyrics, but it didn't overpower them. And yeah, I think she did just that, and we did just that. I highly recommend giving it a listen. Sounds like you're going to play it anyways, but yeah, check out the rest of Grace's stuff. She's so talented. So shout out to Grace Clark. She's the best.
I love that. And yeah, the listeners do not have a choice. They're going to listen to it today because it was really good. And of course, I will link all the artists in the bio as well, so you can give them a follow because you're going to want to keep tabs on them because everybody here is just amazing. Another one too, I'm obsessed with this one, is Tommy by Ralph. Why don't you tell me about that song?
Yeah, I have met Ralph a couple times. She's awesome. She's queer Canadian pop icon. I don't even know how I discovered her music, but it's been a while. And Tommy's definitely my favorite of her songs. It's such a fun song. It's a summer song to me. I want to be driving in a convertible with a headscarf on and the wind in my hair, sunglasses on, or heading to a club. Really one or the other. But Tommy's such a fun banger, and Ralph is really good at turning out those pop hits. So big shout out to Ralph and Tommy. So, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That is definitely just a fun summer vibe. I really like that one. And the final one we're going to listen to in the mix here was Useless by Hallelujah Halu.
Yeah. Shout out to Hallelujah. She's awesome. She was teasing this song for years, playing it live, and it she kept being it's gonna come out, it'll happen. And then she finally released it, and it was absolutely worth the wait. The song is an absolute banger. So shout out to Hallelujah.
Amazing. We're gonna listen to that handful of songs there, and then when we come back, we're gonna bring it back to you and talk about some of your older songs.
Got a friend, she knows a man, went to see his girl in Chicago. I won't pretend, no I haven't been yet, maybe it's time I got up and traveled. Oh, you're gone again, I think it was back in June. Saw you there, standing on your side of the road. I think I crossed it one too many times. watch at night, and I wake up in the morning on the bathroom floor. Went downtown on a Friday, and I chipped my tooth on your car door. Oh, you're gone again. I think it was back in June. I saw you there, standing on your side of the road. Oh, you didn't know how much I wanted to go to Chicago. To see his girl in Chicago. Wonder if you saw me staring. I feel so embarrassed. I just love your hair and the way you run your hands through it. Party in the hallway, thinking about you all night. Why'd I take my time? Boy, I should've said hi to you. Ooh, it's such a shame, but I only got your name. Now I dream about Tony. I can't even focus cause he's got his hands on me. Never had my number, but I'm mad he didn't call me. Should've said it to your face, but you got away. Tommy, do you want me? And you were so mysterious, just got me so curious. Lie awake in bed, in my head, all these feelings. Cause we got a connection, you got me obsessing. I know we'll meet again, but till then I'll keep dreaming. Ooh, it's such a shame, but I only got your name. Now I dream about Tony. I can't even focus cause he's got his hands on me. Never had my number, but I'm mad he didn't call me. Should've said it to your face, but you got away. Tommy, do you want me? So I'll keep searching for your face at every party. Till then I'll dream about Tommy. I can't even focus cause he's got his hands on me. Never had my number, but I'm mad he didn't call me. Should've said it to your face, but you got away. Tommy, do you want me? Spent too long on the expo line just for you to be late and whine. Keep her dying, my washing for Jason Dean. Gloomy disposition, Got new hair, new piercings, and you don't know how to act around me. Oh my God, I think I've done it again. I found myself another useless friend. Useless. You need to roll when your makeup does. You need to roll when your makeup does. In your tank top, chains heavy, turn your neck green. Mood rings on your bad days, and you're still obsessed with me. Oh my God, I think I've done it again. I found myself another useless friend. I don't know what to say about this anymore. I know I'll just wait at your porch. You swear you're a saint. It's all just a picture you paint. Oh my God, I think I've done it again. I found myself another useless friend. Oh my God, I think I've done it again. I found myself another useless friend. Oh my God, I try you like you're just so fucking useless.
Background Noise is brought to you by Easy Noise, Alberta's newest booking service for independent musicians and venues. Check them out on Instagram at EZNOIZE. Get connected and make some noise. Now back to the show.
We are back. Thank you so much for tuning into Background Noise today. We're chatting with Lila Gray, just a really cool indie pop musician from Vancouver. We just listened to a handful of songs that she's worked on or she's friends with and are just amazing in general. So of course I'll have those linked in the bio so you can find the artists really easily. You're going to want to listen to more of their music, but I want to bring it back to you a little bit here and talk about some of your older songs. One of the ones that I think I listened to it 3 times this morning because I couldn't get enough of it. I'm not even kidding. Off of your 2021 album, Not What I Was Promised, was the demo for Outrun the Rain.
Aw, that is not the one I thought you were going to say. That's so sweet.
What a beautiful song. I can't get enough.
Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, that means a lot. Like, I don't get asked about that song. And like, I wrote it for my best friend. My best friend, Willa, who has been in my life essentially my whole life. We've really weathered every storm together. And I wanted to write like a little platonic love song for her. And I did just that with Outrun the Rain. And every time I play it live, she cries. But then the issue is that I can't look at her because then I'll start crying.
Oh,
so
no.
like I have had to pull it off set lists because it gets too dark and I can't make my way through it. Not dark in a sense of like sadness, just like no one wants to watch an artist cry on stage. Like that's depressing. They're happy tears, they're emotional tears, they're grateful tears, but they're tears all the same. So yeah, but that means a lot that you brought that song up. It means a lot to me and it means a lot to Willa and our relationship. So that's so sweet that you brought that up. Thank you.
Oh, well, I'm so glad. Another one that I want to chat about too, it was the oldest one I could find on your Spotify here, was the 2019 single Therapy. Why don't you tell me a bit about that song?
Yeah, for sure. That was the first song that I released ever into the world. And it was written at like peak hormonal, melodramatic preteen or teen years where everything feels like it's the end of the world. And any kind of emotional like lesson is truly unfathomable. Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to tap into that well of melodrama in the way that I could when I was 14. But I'm so grateful for that song and the things that it kind of jump started. It like gave me a bunch of listeners. It started my music career, and I'll bring it back to set lists one of these days because it's turning into a vintage classic. So yeah, big love to therapy, and also big love to just therapy as a concept. Like, hello.
Amazing. And you've mentioned a couple times set lists and live shows. What do your live shows kind of look like for people?
I got to shout out my band because I love my band. Eli, Jess, and Jamie are amazing. My live shows are a great time. I think it's like usually a pretty big dance party. Hopefully people are singing along. Sometimes we check some covers in there just to get people singing along. Yeah, like we've been working a lot on stage presence and visuals and kind of these extra things that you don't necessarily like need to put on a show, but when you go as a patron is like so noticeable. Yeah, honestly, like I'm just trying to make my live shows like a giant party and like a great evening, and you can expect just like a good time and dancing with your friends. There's usually some fun merch. I always really like try and carefully pick my openers because I think openers are so important and they really set the tone for the evening, and I've yet to be disappointed. I've only had amazing people open for me, and I'm so lucky that people want to continue to open and get the stage warmed up. So yeah, big love to all my past openers and all the upcoming ones as well.
We're going to play those couple of songs there, Outrun the Rain, the demo from 2021 album, and then the oldest single, Therapy, from 2019. And then when we come back, I want to talk about one of your other albums.
So let's outrun the rain, 'cause you keep me sane. Wish she had a reason, but you kept me from bleeding. He left my cup so empty, but you and I will stay up late and drink tea, drink tea. How can an angel stand to be here? 12 years, then the rain clears. Talk about the future and stuff he never did. But I'd sit here with you, it'd be perfection in a tune. And I hope I got these lyrics right, and thank you. So let's outrun the rain, 'cause you keep me sane. Wish she had a reason, but you kept me from bleeding. He left my cup so empty, but you and I will stay up late and drink tea, drink tea. My love will light the way, and your kindness will keep us safe. And I know it won't end with all the good times dead, 'cause I love being the hand yours is holding. We hold hands on the subway, we fear that we'll fall. Scared for a minute that we just might lose it all. 'Cause you're my default, the one I'll always go. So let's outrun the rain, 'cause you keep me sane. Wish she had a reason, but you kept me from bleeding. He left my cup so empty, but you and I will stay up late and drink tea, drink tea. Maybe he'll see that we're meant to be, and 2 months prior she'll hold on to me. Please don't be hurt by the hammer in your chest. I shattered to pieces in one breath. This is therapy, says my boy as he breathes, lying next to me. Can't say goodbye, don't know how this could be right. And you have to see I try to find my footing on my own. Please don't hang up the phone. This is therapy, says my boy as he breathes, lying next to me. Can't say goodbye, don't know how this could be right. And you have to see, it's cruel holding on to someone's youth like you and me. Can't you see how wrong he is right for me? Try to impress with my sympathy. Don't even try to call me B. That'll just wreck our platonomy. This is therapy, says my boy as he breathes, lying next to me. Can't say goodbye, don't know how this could be right. And you have to see, it's cruel holding on to someone's you like you and me. This is therapy. This is therapy. This is therapy, says my boy who isn't there lying next to me. I had to say goodbye, still can't see how this is right. This is therapy. This is therapy.
Background Noise is brought to you by Easy Noise, Alberta's newest booking service for independent musicians and venues. Check them out on Instagram at EZNOIZE. Get connected and make some noise. Now back to the show.
We are back. Thank you so much for tuning into Background Noise today. I hope you're enjoying the episode as much as I am here. We're chatting with Lila Gray, a really chill indie pop musician from Vancouver. We just listened to a couple of her older songs. The one I cannot get enough about Run the Rain. I'm probably going to listen to it a fourth time today after this here. I just can't. Another one I want to talk about is off of your 2023 album, Wild Tension. Why don't you tell me a bit about just that album as a whole?
Yeah, totally. Wild Tension was kind of like a turning point for me. I feel like that was the first album I had like a hand in the engineering and production side of things, like really not much before that, and put it out while I was still going to school. So I was learning things, but I really feel like it was kind of where I found my footing sonically. Like I think before that, always this battle of like, okay, do I lean into like a more like folky pop, like sad guitar songs, or do I lean into more like pop, like bangers? And I think I found with that album like sort of a cohesive way of doing both, which is what I want to keep doing. Like I love when artists have a kind of wide genre spectrum that they play within. I think that's natural. Like it'd be weird if we only intook one kind of music or one genre. I'm someone who listens to a lot of different genres of music, as I think a lot of artists are. It would be a shame to not pull inspiration from various corners. So yeah, I'm grateful to that record and like the kind of confidence it gave me in spanning a couple different genres all in one project. And I really feel like that was kind of the takeaway that I got from the creation of that album, and hopefully I've brought it forward to this next one.
Amazing. Now, I actually wanted to talk a little bit about the title track off that album as well, Wild Tension. Why don't you tell me a bit about that song?
Yeah, that was an old one. I think that was the oldest one off of that album in terms of like how long it had been written for before we started producing it. I wrote that song like maybe in 2019. It might have been 2020, but I'm pretty sure it was 2019. Like it was around for a while, and I'd kind of toyed with the idea of putting it out as a single and then like not doing anything with it. And I brought it to Nick Cherrick, who engineered and produced that album with me, and was like, what can we do with this? And he really made it what it is and absolutely crushed the production side of things and the engineering too. It ended up kind of being our like North Star in terms of like tones and vibes for the rest of the album. It was one of the earlier ones that we started. So yeah, honestly, that is also one of my favorite songs that I've ever done. Like, I don't know that lyrically it's necessarily like breaking any new ground, but I think it's so fun to play live. It's like, a great BPM to walk to. I'm so stoked on how that song came out.
I love that. I really do. We're going to listen to that song right away here. And then unfortunately, we do have to wind down the show a little bit. But there's a couple more songs I want to chat about before we do that off of your latest album.
Paints the colors of our evening. Already gone, where are you leaving? Shot for a sip, let's call it even. Haven't left yet, we're still grieving.
Background Noise is brought to you by Easy Noise, Alberta's newest booking service for independent musicians and venues. Check them out on Instagram at EZNOIZE. Get connected and make some noise. Now back to the show.
We are back. Thank you so much for tuning into Background Noise today. I hope you enjoyed the episode as much as I did. We were chatting with Lila Gray from Vancouver, and she just released an album not that long ago called Scared of the Dark. You should be too. And there was a couple more songs I wanted to chat about off of it. And one of them is one of the really new ones. It wasn't released as a single, and it was called Oh Hey Honey. Why don't you tell me a bit about that song?
Yeah, totally. I kind of look at the song as it's two parts. There's kind of this first sort of folky pop, sort of gentle, digestible, palatable front half of the song. It's lots of harmonies, it's guitar, it's drums, it's bass. It's pretty simple. And I wrote that after a breakup is kind of like the first time I felt okay after it. And I was like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm like finding my footing. Things are feeling like there's like light at the end of the tunnel again. And then I think as people who have gone through breakups will probably relate to, like you reach that point and then you kind of start reflecting on things like that were in the relationship. And you're like, oh, that was, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on this show, so I'll say messed up. Oh, I can. It was fucked up. That was fucked up. Kind of like finding the things that you, I think, kind of hid from yourself within the relationship. So I wrote this little, just like one verse, and I was like, I don't know what I'd do with this. Like, I like it, but I don't know that this is like a full song. I don't really know where I'd take this. And then I found this synth sound, and I was like, oh, this is such a, like, it scratches an itch in my brain kind of synth. And I wanted to do something with it. And I was like, it does not tie into the front half of this song at all, but that's the session that I had open when I discovered that synth. And I was like, what if I just try and make this like work somehow? And I just kind of tried to 180 it. And I like that we have the like, oh, this is like totally fine. We're like all good. And then you're like, that was fucked up in the second half of the song. And then there's actually me walking out of the recording studio and into the bathroom and singing the song in the bathroom at the end, because we took a little break from recording, but we kept it rolling actually. And there's a shower in the bathroom, so it caught this beautiful reverb just naturally, which is kind of nice. It like ties it back into this loop, so you can kind of just like, it's kind of like the Ouroboros symbol, the snake that just keeps eating itself, like a cyclical thing. It ended up being a cool little journey that I think the song takes you on. So I'm stoked. I think that's maybe one of my favorite songs off this record.
Oh, I love that. That is so cool. And I really love, that's one of my favorite things about doing this show is now we get those little stories that now we know the end bit of this song is, what does it mean? It's her in the bathroom now.
Without context, that sounds crazy, but
now we have the background, so it makes sense. And the last song I want to chat about, I wanted to save this one for the end because I think it was kind of punny for the end. Something I knew I was missing. This was a 2024 single, but it is going to be on this album here. Why don't you tell me a bit about that song?
Absolutely. Yeah. This song was a song that I wrote for myself. I wrote a song, and I think I was trying to tell myself something that I was not willing to come to terms with at that time. And then kind of throughout the creation process was like, wow, that you were ringing alarm bells for yourself and had no idea. Yeah, it just felt like a single song. I wanted big drums. I wanted like what I think a lot of artists are starting to tune into called chug pop, which is when you have like a modulating synth or bass in the back with a snare on the quarter note. And it just like gives it this nice like chugging pulse kind of through the whole thing. And I felt like I feel like it has this like tone to it that feels like it's a new beginning, but it's also kind of a conclusion at the same time. And I kind of wanted that to be the first track on the record, which it is. It's track number 1. And I like that it ends a chapter and then it's like, and now we're barreling ahead into this new one. And that's the kind of the tone that the record starts off with. And then we did a really fucking sick music video for it, which I think, yeah, I could not be more proud of. It was like a huge team. There's blood, there's gore, there's sexy makeout scenes. Like, what more could you want in a music video, really? So watch the music video too, people.
Amazing. We're going to listen to both of those songs right away here. But before we do and wrap up the show, is there anything we should be keeping an eye or an ear out on your for coming up?
Ooh, absolutely. I mean, follow me on Instagram at Lila Gray Music. That's LILAGRAY Music. Just my handle for all social media, but that's probably the fastest way to keep up to date on things. But got shows coming up. Yeah, like I said, got music videos and another music video that we're in production for right now. Yeah, there may or may not be a deluxe coming around the corner. Maybe there's a remix. I don't know. You did not hear it from me. Yeah. I don't know. Keep in touch with me through socials, and there's lots of fun stuff coming around the corner. But stream my record, please. Get that 20 cents from Spotify.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Liv, for taking some time and chatting with me today and chatting about all your songs. It was so good to talk to you.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time. So thanks so much.
This is Something I Knew I Was Missing off of Lila Gray's latest album, Scared of the Dark. You should be too.
Did you stop to think of my feelings? Did I interfere with you leaving? Left a swollen mess of pride and dignity, and forgot forgot about me. So I'll forget again and again, and I'll forgive again and again, till you start looking for something I couldn't find if I tried. And I'll forget again and again, to leave you stranded again and again. And I'll forget to forgive you for something you thought wasn't missing, until you lost me. She's got a new girl now. Yeah, they're playing house. Wonder how long it'll take her to burn this one down. I felt too careless, I felt too clean, I felt the ground moving too fast underneath my feet. Before I could see, I knew I had to leave. So I'll forget again and again, and I'll forgive again and again, till you stop wanting for something I couldn't be if I tried. And I'll forget again and again, to leave you hopeless again and again. And I'll forget to forgive you for something you swore wasn't missing, until you lost me. Don't you think it's crazy how it's easier to be free of you? Don't you worry how fast I moved on. It took you too long to show that you cared. Don't you think it's crazy how it's easier to be free of you? Don't you worry how fast I moved on. It took you too long to show that you care. So I'll forget again and again, and I'll forgive again and again, till I start looking for something you couldn't find if you tried. I'll forget again and again, to come back again and again. And I'll forget to forget you for something I knew was missing, until I found long hair, short hair, waiting for the seasons to change. I don't not care when you're looking at me that way. I say, don't change. I would stay forever, stay the same. You say, hey babe, maybe I could stay the same. You're looking at me like it's funny. 3 months on my own, now you're my honey. Oh, honey. She stares at him. He looks right on
Well, that's all I got for today, folks. Thanks so much for tuning into Background Noise. I had a blast. And hey, you know what? If you're a Canadian musician as well and you're thinking, I want to be on the show, just click the link in our Instagram bio at Background Noise the Show and we'll try to set something up.